Fox Sports 940 weather.
Don't put that umbrella away just yet. We continue on our day with partly cloudy skies, some scatter showers and thunderstorms as well. Tonight, low is 77 in Pompano Beach, 77 in Kendall, and more rain for tomorrow with a high of 89. I'm Claudia, and that's your weather.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Now that Taco Bell's new marinated grilled steak burritos and Chipotle Ranch or Cheesy Melt are just $3, it's steak night every night of the week. Choose yours today at participating stores for a limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Tax extra.
From the very moment you first awaken.
What a game. What kind of atmosphere.
Nobody gives you football coverage like Fox Sports 940 Miami.
The monster known as the NFL and college football.
Fox Sports 940 Miami.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
We are Fox Sports. Here's what you need to know on Fox Sports 940 Miami.
The Dolphins are back at it, prepping for Week 2 after a lopsided 33-8 loss in Week 1 to the Colts. The Dolphins hosting the Patriots Sunday afternoon at Hard Rock Stadium. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff across the Miami Dolphins radio network. Week 1 of the NFL season going to wrap up tonight with Chicago hosting the Minnesota Vikings on Monday Night Football. The latest college football coaches poll has been released. Miami, the Hurricanes, now 6th, while Florida dropped out of the top 25 after losing to USF. Speaking of the Bulls, after 2 wins over ranked teams, they move into the poll at number 23. Miami and USF taking on each other this weekend. And the Marlins back at Lone Depot tonight hosting the Nationals. They snapped a 5-game skid with a win to close out their series with the Phillies on Sunday. It's a 6:40 first pitch. Marlins on deck gets underway at 6 o'clock with Steven Strom right here on the flagship. I'm Will Altoff, Fox Sports 940 Miami.
From Fox Sports 940 Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Number 1 on your car radio preset and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. WINCA Miami, WMIB-FM HD2 Fort Lauderdale. Free never sounded so good.
1-1. He might have hit one out of the ballpark there. Out to right and deep. Second deck. He squared the bunt 2 pitches ago. And Kyle Stowers rips number 16 into the seats. Tied at 1, bottom 2.
Miami Marlins baseball is on deck.
Pitch to Connor Norby. He drills out to right center and deep. Frelick back. Track wall. It is gone. Connor Norby. He's getting right. 1-1 pitch. That one hammered out to left center field and deep. Martian Rojas back. They're looking up, and it's gone. Wag attack. A 2-run homer.
Marlins on deck. Brought to you by ADT, the official smart security partner of the Miami Marlins and Norwegian Cruise Line. Experience more at sea. Let's head out to the ballpark. Here's your host, Steven Strong.
All right, nice job, Ahmed. Welcome. We're live from Lone Depot Park here in Miami. A rainy, steamy, 81-degree summer Monday night, but the roof and the walls are shut. We are inside the comfort of the air conditioning in the broadcast booth. You're listening to Miami Marlins baseball on the radio, back on Fox Sports 940 Miami. Game 144 of 162. 19 games left. Otto Lopez, first multi-homer game of his career. And a slew of Marlins arms in a bullpen day snapped a 5-game skid. Miami now opens up the second leg of this 3-series homestand, and it'll feel like deja vu for both teams. They just met 5 days ago. It is game 1 of a 4-game NLE set between the 58 and 84 Washington Nationals and your now 66 and 77 Miami Marlins. Cade Cavalli, 27-year-old right-hander, 6'4". He'll face the Marlins for the second time this week. He faced Miami on Tuesday and picked up the win. And we will say welcome back to Jansen Junk, who will go opposite. He's cleared to return, activated off the IL after a brief stint with a right ulnar nerve irritation in that right arm, or that right hand rather. And we will get going at 6:40 tonight right here on the Marlins Radio Network. Hi, everyone. Thanks for making Marlins on Deck a part of your Monday night with Jack McMullen and Rod Allen. I'm Steven Strom. We got a fabulous show for you ahead. We thank you for your participation. We'll first start where both teams are at. Clayton and Jack will preview Game 1, Segment 2. We'll get you out of the count with Junk and Cavalli. Jack and Rod will jump in for some storylines, our X-Poll question today at Marlins Radio, and Steve's guarantee to victory. So let's start where both teams are at, and we'll begin with the visitors, the Washington Nationals, 26 games under, but give them credit. The Nationals are playing much better baseball. They swept the Marlins in 3 games in D.C. to start the month. They've won 5 of their last 6 games, and in that span, they've scored 5+ runs in 4 of those games. And yesterday, they stole one in Chicago. The Nats are playing much better baseball. Here was interim manager Miguel Cairo on his team as of late.
I'm going to tell you, we got to go. What we did against them at home is already in the past. Today is already in the past. We got to concentrate tomorrow and just go after them. It's no, we got to keep going. We got, they know they got to finish strong, and it's no easing down, as of right now. So right now they're playing. It's hard. They're playing hard. They're fighting, and that's what we're looking for.
All right, that was Miguel Cairo, again, the interim manager for the Washington Nationals. Just to put this into perspective, folks, the Nats won 9 games in August. They won 9 games in July. They won 7 games in June. They've won 5 in 6 games this month. So all of a sudden, the Nationals playing much better baseball. They also have won 4 of Cade Cavalli's first 6 starts since he returned from Tommy John surgery in August. For the Marlins, 11 games under, and the Fish yesterday snapped a 5-game losing streak and held on late to avoid the sweep at the hands of the Phillies. Again, the Marlins, they're fighting this injury bug. It's not an excuse. It's just the facts, folks. Kyle Stowers, Dane Myers, Edward Cabrera, Graham Pauley, Derek Hill, Anthony Bender, Connor Norby, the list goes on and on. But adversity, it creates opportunity, and it's really a chance to see, and you look at the lineup, what Troy Johnson is, what Maximo Acosta is, if Jacob Marcy, what the middle ground looks like with him. Now, there is one regular returning today, Jansen Junk. He returns from the IL. Remember, I mentioned in the open the right ulnar nerve irritation in that right hand. He'll make his first start since August 23rd. It's been kind of a tale of 2 seasons for Junk in a way, a 5.97 ERA in his last 7 starts before going on the IL. But before that, 4-1 with a 2.68 in 10 appearances, 5 starts prior to that stretch. The question, can Junk make that second tweak? We know the league adjusts. We'll get that answer from Clayton McCullough. We'll break Jack and Clayton. We'll preview game 1, plus just recapping yesterday's much-needed victory against the Phillies. We're playing at 6:40. We got a ton more left. Marlins on deck continue. Stick with us on the Marlins Radio Network.
Righty hitting catcher. He turns on a ball, sends it out to center field and deep. Bader is back at the track, at the wall, and it's gone. Brian Navarreto. It's his first Major League homer and his first Major League RBI. It starts to cut into it, but welcome back to the show. This guy had 5 plate appearances in the big leagues. They all came in the COVID season in 2020, and he reintroduces himself in style. 1. Wagaman drills out to left and deep. Marsh is back. That will slam off the wall. Augustine comes in to score. Hernandez wheels around. He goes first to third. And Wagatak has an RBI double to get the Marlins on the board. It's 4-1 in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch to Sanoja. That one smothered into the ground. And the shortstop Sosa charges. He fires on the run. It kicks off the facing of the dugout. And a run will come in to score. That one bounced right in front of the plate and directly over the top of the pitcher's mound, and that infield single plates Hernandez from third base. It's an RBI knock for Javi. It's 4-2 Phillies in the bottom of the 4th. Marcy's 10th stolen base in 12 attempts. Augustine's 12th in 15 attempts. And Otto drills a ball out to left and deep. That thing is gone. Onto the concourse. Otto Lopez drills a baseball, and it's a 3-run shot. Number 13 on the year for Lopez, and they open scoring quickly. 3-0 Fish, bottom 1. Payoff pitch. Otto hits well, out to left center field again. Marsh is back. He's looking up, and it's gone. Insurance from Otto, and it is.
Discover Miccosukee Casino and Resort online at Miccosukee.com.
Welcome back here on a Monday night from Lone Depot Park. It's first of 4 with the Washington Nationals. Steven Strom, Jack McMullen, Rod Allen. We'll hear from Jack just in a couple of seconds, as always, to get you ready for game 1 of every series. We sit down with the Marlins manager, Clayton McCullough. And in this edition, we will recap what was a much-needed victory against the Phillies yesterday. Held on late. Marlins got 2 home runs from Otto Lopez. Let's throw to it, Jack McMullen and Marlins manager Clayton McCullough.
Thank you very much, Steven. You're with the skipper of the Marlins, Clayton McCullough here. Game 1 of a 4-game set against Washington. Last time we see the Nats this year. I am curious, off of a 1-run win yesterday against the Phillies, it was a bullpen day in which you come out on top. What's the level of fulfillment like for you as a manager winning a bullpen game?
Winning a game is fun, all right, but I understand the question, and you know what? They're fun. I mean, it's you're trying his best going into it with the amount of pitches you have and trying to best put guys in either lanes or stretches where you feel like they'll have the best chance to have success. But ultimately with that, guys have to go out there and pitch well. And that yesterday, we won because Tyler Phillips, the way he pitched, and Cade Gibson, how he threw the ball, and really what everyone was able to do there, Ronnie and Lake at the end. So they're fun because you're reading, reacting with how the game is going and how the score and situations come about. But you have a fairly solid idea, at least, kind of how you want to work the handoff from one guy to the next.
It helps when you get 2 homers and 4 ribbies from your shortstop, Otto Lopez. I know you got a couple of questions as it pertains to Otto during your media availability, but I am curious how you assess Otto's year overall, because you look at the OPS, it was higher, it was in the mid-700s at one point, now it's below 700, but the defense has been amazing all year long. How do you take in what Otto has done in 2025?
Very solid year. I mean, really, to now have, this year to have, to play, been, counted on every day to play, and the transition he made from second base to shortstop, and I think how we've seen the defense at both places be elite, and our comfort level with, Otto moving forward with someone that can play high-level defense, we think can be one of the best defensive shortstops in baseball. He's going to bring some, value to us on the bases, and offensively, I really believe that Otto is just scratching the surface of the type of player he can be. He's a couple percentage points on his walk rate this year. He's maintained a very low strikeout rate, so he's always had the ability to move the ball forward, and he's shown a little bit, more of a level of impact this year and the quality of contact at times. And for me, for Otto, for 26 to have a better year than 25, it is just shrinking some of the times when he has stretches of at bats where you start to get some of the chase in there. You start to the expansion on, especially right-handed breaking balls moving away from him. So I think it's an area that he's shown stretches this year where he's done very well. But for him to take next steps offensively and become, at least a league average offensive performer, we think can be better than that. Him tightening up his control of the strike zone is going to be a big part of that.
Clayton, pivoting to tonight, we had the sensational Adam Nichols run through the injury report today, and it was a really long time that he ran through it. But you do get a guy off the injured list today in Jansen Junk. I know it's kind of no holds barred. You said he got up to about 60-something pitches in his rehab in Jacksonville. He went out, he threw 10, 15 more pitches in the bullpen. What are you expecting from Junk after missing effectively 2 turns of the rotation?
I still expect the Junk's going to come out and fill up the strike zone. I think one thing we've seen and really love about Jansen is just the ability at which, this guy's a premium strike thrower, and on top of that, he's got good stuff. He's got very good weapons. We've seen how quality the breaking ball can be. So expect Jansen to go out today and fill up the strike zone. And what you hope is that he has been be incredibly efficient and be able to get us into the middle part of this game, latter part of the game, and I think the amount of pitches that he has today is going to, be plenty for him to be able to do that.
You made it known that the AB quality throughout the course of the week against Washington was probably not up to the standard that you guys have set over the last couple of months. How do you manage teaching AB quality? Are you saying to guys don't swing? Are you saying, hey, you got to pick your spots a little bit better, you got to shut down pitches? What does that look like from you?
I think, as a group, it's somewhat of, okay, how are we feel like we want to go attack this pitcher? Where is this guy going to get missed? Where is he going to get chased? Where can we potentially look for, either pitches or places to go, try to slug? And, now individuals, okay, where are your real strengths? Are you better with the ball closer to you? Are you someone that can, this guy has a good fastball up in the zone, but hey, you couple guys can go battle with it up there because you have a real strength that with somebody else, you need to try to find a way to get them down. So it's you wish it was just like swing at better pitches. Some of it is the training, beforehand as well, trying to at least replicate as much as you can, either shape or what the pitches are going to be like. And then with Pedro and Derek in the pregame meeting, going through with, what to look for or what, maybe what lanes you're going to go fire at to try to eliminate chase, but also, those are areas where you have a chance to slug.
Clayton McCullough, really appreciate it. Best of luck this week.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Stephen.
All right, excellent. And it's a good question by Jack McMullen talking about the AB quality against Washington. You know how many times the Marlins struck out against the Nats in that sweep in 3 games? 28 times. 28 times the Marlins punched out against the Washington Nationals. And I know Clayton McCullough feels like it's an anomaly, but they're going to get another shot at redemption here against Cade Cavalli. Again, Jansen Junk back. And the last time Junk faced the Washington Nationals, 5 2/3 of scoreless baseball. Marlins need it from Junk, and the Marlins are looking to build off of what was a very nice victory and a chance just to get off the schneid and have a good start here on a Monday. It's game 1. We'll break. We'll get you to the count with the 2 guys on the mound again, Jansen Junk, Cade Cavalli. We're playing at 6:40. Marlins on Deck continues on the Marlins Radio Network.
Righty hitting catcher. He turns on a ball, sends it out to center field and deep. Bader is back at the track, at the wall, and it's gone. Brian Navarreto. It's his first Major League homer and his first Major League RBI. It starts to cut into it, but welcome back to the show. This guy had 5 plate appearances in the big leagues. They all came in the COVID season in 2020, and he reintroduces himself in style. 1. Wagaman drills out to left and deep. Marsh is back. That will slam off the wall. Augustine comes in to score. Hernandez wheels around. He goes first to third. And Wagatak has an RBI double to get the Marlins on the board. It's 4-1 in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch to Sanoja. That one smothered into the ground. And the shortstop Sosa charges. He fires on the run. It kicks off the facing of the dugout. And a run will come in to score. That one bounced right in front of the plate and directly over the top of the pitcher's mound. And that infield single plates Hernandez from third base. It's an RBI knock for Javi. It's 4-2 Phillies in the bottom of the 4th. Marcy's 10th stolen base in 12 attempts. Augustine's 12th in 15 attempts. And Otto drills a ball out to left and deep. That thing is gone. Onto the concourse. Otto Lopez drills a baseball, and it's a 3-run shot. Number 13 on the year for Lopez, and they open scoring quickly. 3-0 Fish, bottom 1. Payoff pitch. Otto hits well, out to left center field again. Marsh is back. He's looking up, and it's gone. Insurance from Otto, and it is his afternoon. A multi.
This is Anthony Bender, and you're listening to Marlins on Deck with Steven Strom on the Marlins Radio Network.
Everyone stop what you're doing here on Marlins on Deck, Fox Sports 940 Miami. Stop it. I got roster moves for you, but I got good news. Jansen Junk returned from rehab and reinstated from the 15-day IL. Christian Roa option to AAA Jacksonville. Junk will get the start today. Again, going opposite Cade Cavalli to kick off Game 1. Happy Monday. Thanks for hanging out with us. Ahmed Jordan back in the studio. Rod Allen, Jack McMullen. Got a great crew here and ready to give you some baseball. Let's get you at the count. We'll start here with Cade Cavalli, 27-year-old right-hander who will face the Marlins for the second time this week. 2-1, a 4.85 ERA over 29 2/3 innings pitched. He's made just 6 starts. But in his last one against Miami, he tossed 3 scoreless frames before giving up a pair of runs in that 4th. Eventually was pulled after 75 pitches. So 5 innings for him, gave up 2 runs. Cavalli, why was the fastball command key for you in that start against the Fish?
Yeah, it opens up a lot of stuff. Whenever I'm able to command that fastball, the off speed is just a little bit better that day. Just keep going out and competing for these guys, and just want to go out there and set a tone every day. I can grab that ball and give us a chance to win a game. Just going out there and competing at my best and try to execute and trusting Riley, trusting our defense, and just go out there and attack the zone. Just say, hey, we're on attack today. We're going to make you swing the bat, and we're going to try to get some early outs.
And that was Cade Cavalli, and yeah, Riley Adams is going to catch him again tonight. So for that start for Cavalli against the Marlins just a couple of days ago, it tied a season high in punch-outs with 6. And again, he only threw 75 pitches. And a big reason why Cavalli is now over 100 innings between the minors and the majors. Here's what to expect from him. He'll throw a knuckle curve, a four-seamer, a sinker, a changeup, a cutter, and a slider. Cavalli will go opposite Jansen Junk. Welcome back, sir. 29-year-old right-hander is back after a short pause. 13th start of the season for him. 18th appearance. He's 6-2 with a 4.09 ERA, 88 innings pitched combined. Again, he went on the IL on August 27th with right ulnar nerve irritation in that right hand. He made a rehab start on Tuesday in AAA Jacksonville. 5 innings, 1 run, 8 punch-outs, 61 pitches. The one thing about Junk, man, he don't play. He's not messing around. He's going to throw you strikes. Again, 61 pitches in 5 innings, 8 punch-outs. Why was it important, Jansen, to get back and to not just kind of put your feet up and say, I had a really nice season? Why was it important to you to get back in the rotation and pitch?
I think the biggest thing for me, I've never I like competing. So it's just I like being out there with the guys, and I hate just being on the bench. I'm trying to be the best cheerleader I can, but like at the same time, it sucks when I'm not going out there and help contribute and compete with my guys. And I think that's the biggest thing. Just like, I don't feel done yet. I feel like I'm still getting better. And I just want to go out there and compete every possible, scenario that I can.
Well, hopefully we get the Jansen Junk that threw 5 2/3 scoreless innings on June 14th against this same Washington Nationals team. But they're not playing that way, folks. The Nationals, after sweeping the Marlins, they take 2 out of 3 in Chicago. Again, this is a team. They won 7 games in June. They got 5 here in the first 6 in the month of September. We will break. We will talk Jansen Junk. We will also talk about a Marlins bat that has to get it going here. Just 19 games left. Rod Allen and Jack McMullen will join me next. We're playing baseball at 6:40. Marlins Nats on the Marlins Radio Network.
An hour. Runners at the corners, 8-8 game. Line drive right field. Soto going back. He makes the catch in the backhand, but Ramirez will tag up, and he will score. The Marlins lead 9-8 on the sac fly. JT Realmuto now, and maybe Benito.
1-1. That would lift it out to left center field. That's going to get down and plate 1. That might plate 2. It's rolling all the way to the wall. Hicks getting the runaround from third. He will score. He beats the throw. He scores from first base. And Connor Norby gives the Fish some big-time insurance. Marcy at third. Ramirez at first. And Augustine shuffling the 2-0 pitch. That one lifted out to center field. Mullins on the move, ranging back. Cedric Mullins makes the catch. That is plenty deep enough for Jacob Marcy to score from third base. And that's a productive out number 2 of this top of the first inning. A sacrifice fly from Otto Lopez. It opens scoring for the Fish. 1-0 in the top of the first.
Hitting catcher here for the Marlins. Senga, long look at the belt. And the runner and comes home. And it's ripped to left field and deep, and it's going to get over the head. In fact, it's going to get over the wall for a home run. A line drive by Augustine Ramirez. So we wish you the best. 3-0 pitch, ground ball, base hit, right side. A little late start for Hicks. He does get the green light. He'll score easily. And the Marlins have 4 on the board. Hernandez a big turn, but he'll go back to first. It's an RBI for Heriberto, and the boos are coming down here on Kodai Senga and the New York Mets. 4-0 Miami, 30, and that's second in the National League.
0-1. X gets a bunt down third base side. Beatty picks it up on the bare hand. He fires to second, and it's down the right field line. It kicked off the jutted out wall. Sinoha comes in to score, and a throwing error from Beatty.
For speeds, customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Unlimited plan.
Listen to your Marlins on the go. Download the iHeartRadio app and make Fox Sports 940 your top preset to listen to every Marlins game this season. Welcome in. Happy Monday. If you guys do celebrate Mondays, it's a baseball game. It's always a good day when there's Marlins baseball on the radio. Going opposite here, the Washington Nationals. It's the first of 4 in what I'm calling a revenge series. Steven Strom, Jack McMullen, Rod Allen, they join me right now. And Rod, you talked yesterday about starting fast offensively. I want to build off of that because there's no Stowers, because there's no Norby. I don't have to go through the IL stint. You know it. Does this team need to build a new offensive identity? And if so, is it possible to do it with 19 games left?
I think it all starts at the top, and I know we're going to talk about Xavier in just a moment, but once he's getting on base, that allows the offense to go in a whole different direction. I mean, they can sacrifice bunt, they can move some runners over, but when he's been struggling, I think the guys behind them have been trying to do a little bit too much. Of course, they do miss a guy like Kyle Stowers, a guy that had 28 home runs and had driven in as many runs as he has driven and made an all-star team because he was always on the base paths. So they just have to start to do some of the little things. They have to make some good, solid contact, move runners over, and get guys in from third base when they have an opportunity to do so. They just have to play a better brand of baseball, clean baseball.
I want to get to Xavier Edwards, but we do have to bounce around here. Jack Jansen Junk back from the IL. I'm just curious with him. He's not going to blow you away with velo, although he can get up there. He's a master supinator. What's the essentials for Junk, you think, every fifth day?
Honestly, strike one is the essential thing for Jansen Junk every fifth day when he does get the baseball. For me, strike one, and that's fastball execution. It all stems from lining the upper half of the strike zone along the perimeter with that fastball. I want to see it dotted on the inside edge, outside edge. I want to see it on the top rail as well. It all will stem from the four-seamer. And if he can locate the four-seamer in a right-on-right matchup, then he can spin the sweeper away or the slider away. For me, it's the first pitch of every plate appearance, and it should almost always be strike one from a guy that doesn't strike out the world. You mentioned he can run it up there velocity-wise, but this guy's sitting at under 7 strikeouts per 9. He's going to get contact against him. Better to get to your secondaries and have that contact be weak when you're ahead 0-1.
He did punch out 8 in his last rehab start on Tuesday. Okay, back to the offense, Rod. Xavier Edwards, 8 for 75. I can't believe I'm reading this. 1 extra base hit in his last 18 games. If you had a minute with Xavier Edwards today, what are you telling him?
First and foremost, I did agree with Clayton McCullough giving him a mental break. He gave him 3 days off, so I agree with that 100%. But when Xavier came back yesterday, he looked indecisive to me for the very first time this year. I know he had been swinging and missing, but he looked indecisive. He had 5 at-bats yesterday and did not really get one good swing off. So what I would tell Xavier, do not be indecisive. Either you're going to try to drive the ball the opposite way or you're going to cheat early in the count and try to do some damage, but you've got to put yourself in a better situation to where you can at least get your A swing off at least once every at-bat. You cannot have all those weak ground balls in the infield. And another thing for Xavier, he's got world-class speed. Every now and then, if you're 0 for 8, 0 for 9, 0 for 10, drop down a bunt, get on base, help your team win a baseball game.
If the Marlins are going to win games, they need Xavier Edwards. And if they're going to beat this Nationals team, which all of a sudden, after sweeping the Marlins, they go take 2 out of 3 against the Cubs. Here was Miguel Cairo after yesterday's win, and it was a big one. Josh Bell pinch hit, 3-run home run.
I'm going to tell you, we got to go. What we did against them at home is already in the past. Today is already in the past. We got to concentrate tomorrow and just go after them. It's no, we got to keep going. We got, they know they got to finish strong, and it's no easing down, as of right now. So right now they're playing with heart. They're playing hard. They're fighting, and that's what we're looking for.
Jack, when preparing for this series, what's kind of gotten into the Nats as of late?
Yeah, honestly, I think there's a level of playing with house money that the Washington Nationals have really grasped onto. And at the end of the day, James Wood is not playing like a superstar right now. I know he had a homer when the Marlins went to Washington last week, but the majority of these guys' homers, and he's flirting with 30, the majority of this guy's homers came before the All-Star break. He stopped slugging when the All-Star break came around, which is so weird because he participated in the home run derby. His whole game was slugging before the All-Star break. But it really hasn't been Wood. It hasn't been Abrams. So how do you win games like that? Number one, you win it with bullpen. And it's so weird. After moving Kyle Finnegan, who has been an all-star, to Detroit, the bullpen has been awesome. You also win it by having a team identity 1 through 9. And that circles back to question 1 that you asked Rod.
Yeah.
It really feels like the Marlins need to have a team identity 1 through 9 and have a plan of attack 1 through 9 against Cade Cavalli. It seems like whichever arm throws against Washington, the Nationals have a plan of attack 1 through 9. And sometimes Dalen Lyle beats you. He beat the Marlins twice last week.
You mentioned the bullpen. Since August 13th, Washington has the second best in an ERA perspective, 2.64. Rod, is this a team that's playing loose? And now that those are kind of the most dangerous teams, no?
They are, and they are playing loose. I mean, they made some changes at the the architect of the roster. That would be Mike Rizzo. They let him go. They fired the manager as well and his bench coach. So they have changed some personnel. Now they've got some young kids in the big leagues, some guys that know they're going to be here for a while as long as they perform, and they are playing loose. And there are some guys that are playing for next year. So you got some guys that are playing hard too. They've got nothing to lose.
All right, great job. Rod and Jack have your call in 12 minutes. We'll break. We'll get our X-Poll question. Steve's guarantee. How about that? I hit double whammy. I didn't do multi-home runs, but I did name one of them. We have one guy that I'm predicting to go yard. You don't want to miss that. That's coming up next. We're back in 2 on the Marlins Radio Network.
Saw that in the Luzardo return this offseason and the Sanchez return.
2-2, a little chopper to second. Coming in is McNeil, throws to the plate, not in time. Diving in is Edwards, and the Marlins also get the benefit of getting Hicks aboard as McNeil went to the plate here at Citi Field. And a ground ball softly hit right side, back in it by Alonso, throws off the glove of Holmes, rounding third now, and coming home is Liam Hicks, and the Marlins get a run. Johnston will go to 1. He's got 59 RBIs on the year. And a line drive base hit to left field. Rounding third is Johnson. He'll score without a throw. Good response by the Marlins, taking advantage of a Met miscue and some timely hitting too. And the Marlins have 3 in the inning and a 4-2 lead. That was good to see. Hit it hard. Pitch on the way, driven and over the shortstop's head. Lindor base hit. Hit so hard, bobbled in left field. Now the green light from Blake Lally. He's run it well, and diving in and scoring is Jacob Marcy, who probably would have stopped if it wasn't bobbled by Nimmo in left field, but that was scorched. And Ramirez drives in the run. The Marlins have the lead.
April.
Otto Lopez is up, broken bat right side. McNeil fields, throws to the plate, slides, safe is the call at home plate. Liam Hicks went in the back door. Let's see if the Mets will challenge. Have scored 2 still. Only 1 out. He hits one in the air to shallow center. Ramirez going to third. Mullins will grab. Ramirez going to try it. Throw to the plate is cut off. And Ramirez scored, runner safe at second base. That was very important. The Mets are throwing to third to see if Ramirez left early.
Beatty goes. The payoff pitch is lifted out to center field. That's hanging up for Hill. Long run in for him. Hill dives, and he makes the catch. Derek Hill. This guy.
All right, back here on the Marlins Radio Network. We are just 10 minutes away from first pitch. It's game 1 of this 4-game set between the Marlins and the Nationals. Again, we're calling this a revenge series here with Miami being swept at the hands of the Nats. Let's get to our X-Poll question today at Marlins Radio. How many times have the Marlins won the season series against the Nationals in the last 4 years? Make sure to vote at Marlins Radio. It is time for Steve's Guarantee.
Batter up. Batter up.
Let's play some ball.
First pitch is moments away. Time now for Steve's Guarantees.
Yeah, I'm looking at Cade Cavalli. He's a guy that has reverse splits, okay? And I'm looking at 2 guys in the lineup, Augustin Ramirez and Heriberto Hernandez. So Cade Cavalli against right-handers. Again, reverse splits, which means righties are doing a lot better against a right-handed pitcher. Righties are hitting over 400 against Cavalli this season. I like the 2 righties, and I like Augustin Ramirez here to break out of what has been a funk. I like him to hit a home run, and I also like Heriberto Hernandez to have an extra base hit. 2 guys that have kind of been struggling a little bit late. Augustin Ramirez home run and Heriberto Hernandez an extra base hit. Folks, I hope we got the hits for first pitch, because when we come back, Jack McMullen paints a picture. Rod Allen, he's ready to rock. Starting lineups in first pitch is right around the corner. Thanks for tuning in to the Marlins On Deck pregame show. I'm Steven Strom. Let's flip the M together, Miami Marlins baseball. It is next on the Marlins Radio Network.
Here's a